with the flashbacks, how far have you guys plotted that out, and is it safe to say that at the end of season 5, the flashbacks will catch up with the modern day?
That's sort of always been the plan. We've actually pretty much been following the path that we figured out in the beginning of when we were doing the show. I mean, we thought Oliver being on the island for 5 years with like a new batch of villains showing up every year would be like, this is the worst island ever. So we always sort of had the idea that he wasn't there. And we actually, I mean, if you watch up season 1, you see a bunch of places where we lay that in, that, he got a message from his dad and he learned how to fly a plane, and obviously he became adept with computers, enough for the pilot. And obviously he didn't learn that on the island. So the flashback story, the specifics of it and some of all the characters, that's all stuff that we've been figuring out as we go along. But the sort of overall trajectory of what happens to him and how he gets the tattoos that he gets and all of that, we kind of figured out.
Could you talk about the evolution of Malcolm Merlin as a character, and what's it been like for you to play that character arc on the show?
Well, what's been great for me is coming from a show like Torchwood and Doctor Who, where I am a hero, and a lot of, it's fun to play a villain and a bad guy is completely different. The arc that I love about Malcolm is he's gone from kind of an arrogant, if I can say this, son of a bitch, and he's been then gone to the villain, the bad guy, and now he's going into the arc of being a father. And in the final parts of this season, the big thing is, most of this season has been, what is he? He's got to decide who he is. Is he the dad? Is he the villain? Is he the troubled hero? Or is he going to combine all three and maybe amalgamate into this new kind of character? That we don't know. I do, but I can't tell you.
Well, that's a good thing about episodic television, isn't it? If you take a traditional 3-act structure of a film and a play, you've got goodies, baddies, and everything in between. But these shows with seasons that obviously what we're enjoying, the seasons going on and on, you can explore all aspects of the character, good, bad, and in between. So, the evolution, I think, for all the characters has been really interesting, because you get to see so much of each character. And with these guys writing as well as they do, it's great. We love it. So whether it's, what did I start with? Detective, officer, captain. Who knows what will be next season?
You went up, you went down, you went back up.
And down like a yo-yo.
Working with DC, are there any characters that you want to use that they say, no, we don't want you to use those right now because that's a Batman character? Obviously, you get to use Ra's al Ghul and other characters in that world, but is there any group of characters that they've said, no, we have plans for that, we can't have you use them right now?
Every once in a while that happens, but it's less of a, we always think of like what's best for our characters and what are our characters going through, and knowing that what adversaries or allies we can give them. And the truth is, for every few times we said, hey, can we have this person, and they said, no, we've got that in some other venue, they always say, you can't have that, but you can have this, and that was the truth be told, that's how we got Ray Palmer. And we were asking for a different character altogether, and they said, well, you can't have that character, but you can have Ray. And we were like, that's even better than what we were asking for the first time, because we love the idea of Ray Palmer and the Atom, and he's never really been seen in live action, and us getting to do him sort of from the beginning and knowing the trajectory of that character and getting to that place has provided us with so much fun.
And now you're going to some dark places, because you've recently found out about the death of your daughter, and your other daughter's out wearing fishnets fighting crime, and what are we going to see?
Honestly, I just don't know what happened to them.
What are some dark? Are we going to see you go to some dark places the rest of the season?
Well, here's the thing, I think that's kind of what informed that scene when he was told that Sarah died. It wasn't just the grief of that, but like the real horror of thinking of where he might go to now, because obviously he went to such a bad place when he first thought that she died, with the alcoholism, divorce, everything, the whole family collapsed. And half his, horror now is where's he going to go to from here? But Lance has grown up a little bit now, and he's basically determined to hold it together. But he hasn't got anyone around him to hold it together to help him do that. So, fingers crossed, we'll see.
Maybe Dinah comes back. Maybe your ex-wife.
I think Mama Smoke would do the trick.
You're really into that. You like the idea of Mama Smoke.
Yeah. When did Lance get laid last? For goodness sakes, it's been a long time. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Well, maybe season 4.
You never know. Fingers crossed.
I know you're a big comic book fan. You find any nuggets in the comic books that helped you with the character?
I did some research. I've tried to, in a way, stay away. The one thing that I did find is I found a Flash comic book with Malcolm Merlin on the cover. That's all I'm saying.
Do you own it?
Of course I own it. I bought one for me, and I bought one for Andrew and Mark Guggenheim, and I had it sent to their desk and said, look, see, this can happen. But who knows?
Hope so. Thanks, John. Appreciate it.